Hello, Aquarius. Okay, here. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. Fair warning, because the cat's all over the place. So I just squished him. This game squishes, so he should be fine for a minute. But if he shows up, he might jump right into frame. Fair warning. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot by Trungles. There's a website for them if you're interested. chroniclebooks.com. Focus. All right, if you just freeze that frame. If you decide to, you can look that up. Supportive Oracle cards. Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia? I don't know. Flavia, one of the two. Barbara and Lizbeth. There's their names because I butcher names like nobody's business. But if you want to find them and their stuff, there's a website for them too. SheWhoIsArt.com. I can hold it steady for a second. You know, freeze the frame. Do what you got to do. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Okay, where's that coming from? We got cards flying out all over the place. When I was shuffling, I'll just be honest with you, this card flew out. The King of Cups is like, things are flying all over the place. So I think it's a good thing. I mean, it's like, it's messy. I don't know why. Yeah, you got things coming forward. This is going to be fun. Now, even though you got the King of Cups, I noticed that the 10 of Wands came in with it. I gotta like slow down because I'm excited. I want to get, like, I can't wait. I have this I can't wait feeling going on. You have the Ace of Wands coming in here. You got a lot of fun energy coming in. I'm not saying it's like coming in without its work. You're going to put some effort into it. You got to put some work into it. I don't see you upset about that. I'm more nervous about who I'm dealing with rather than what I'm dealing with. So for some of you, I think this might be job oriented. I mean, it's a general read. It'll go the way you know what way it's going to go. The way I'm seeing this is, and I'm tripping. Okay, there's a lot of energy. For example, if you're starting a new job, I'm not questioning the job itself and what needs to be done and my ability to do it. I am questioning, I'm sure you're going to be shocked to all get out about this, about the people I have to work with. Because that's like, I've seen some things, I've already heard some things, and I'm like, I don't even know. Like, it's kind of like the job, great. The people, I don't know. Because I've heard some things, and I've seen some things, and I'm like, I mean, they can't all be bad, but I don't know if they're all good either. And I'm stressed about this. I'm kind of like, intentions and people and who people are can color a situation so much. I've had jobs where I've loved the technical job, but I couldn't stand the people. I've had the reverse of that, oddly too. I think I've had one example of each, oddly enough, where it's the kind of like, I loved the job, I couldn't stand the people. Like I couldn't stand, and I left because of it. And I've had another job where the people were great, but the job was like, and I left that one too. Obviously, I'm doing this now. I don't know why I'm putting that out there so strongly, because I feel like that's like the dichotomy that you're working with, and that's the stress. That's the 10 of Wands. Kind of like, I don't know like what type of people I'm dealing with here. And I'm trying to do what's right. I want to love this situation. You're a naturally communicating sign. Aquarius all by itself, no other influences with it, loves to communicate, has a lot to say, is very entertaining when you talk, I would say, when you want to be. You guys aren't just boring, kind of like, you know, the ball is on the table, please go get the ball. You're more like, you see that round orb? What's that there for? What are you going to do with it? You think you should do something with it? Well, there's something over here. Look, there's a hoop over there. You think you might want to make that happen? Why not give it a shot? That's more Aquarius. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a little bit kind of messing with people. I don't know why that just flew out of my mouth the way it did, because it seems kind of comical to me. But it's kind of like, instead of saying, you know, there's a ball, go get it, you would have a lot better way, a lot more inspiring way, I would say, to get that, to do something. And I think for most of you, you very well know this. You know who you are, you know how you are, you know how you communicate, and you're not a boring person. I don't know of any Aquarians that are boring. Even my brother is an Aquarian. He's got some Pisces going on, so he can be very quiet. But when he does say something, he's got a bit of entertainment to him, I tell you. And he knows how to say what he needs to say to get his point across. So, this card's coming in. Like, it's pulling in right now, and it says Spirit Guide, so I'll acknowledge that. That's not what I'm getting from this card. I'm seeing that 8. I'm seeing the figure 8. I'm seeing the infinity symbol. What I put out, I get back. And I feel like this is why I've got some nerves about this situation. Because the energy I'm going to put out, I'm going to get back. And if I'm like talking to people and they're more on the negative, they're more on the biting, they're more on the, I'll get you energy, if you'll follow me on that. Like, you say that to me and I'll get you later type thing. If you get your energy mixing with that, whatever I put out, it's flavored by whatever they are. Like, if these people are more negative, if I start putting in some energy to that, I'm going to get that negative energy back because that's who they are. So I have to be careful how I communicate. Because I think you guys know this very well. If you're dealing with somebody in a very negative attitude and you're more of a playful energy with conversation, that can go bad really quick. And for some people, they'll remember that stuff and they'll try to use it against you later, or it's like you easily make an enemy. I feel like you guys know how you are. You know how that works. Yeah, if you're going towards like a more playful energy, maybe like, let's use Aries. Maybe you're connecting with an Aries energy. That's a good example, actually. Because Aries, if Aries is your friend and you're more playful with the communication, they'll play back and they'll be fun. They'll remember that you brought enjoyment to the situation, and they'll bring that enjoyment back. You might tease them a little bit, and they'll tease you later, but it'll be the same, like, haha, it was just a good time, like we're all laughing, not laughing at anybody, just laughing with each other. They'll bring that energy back, kind of like, haha, you got me before, I got you this time, but it's fun, it's enjoyable. It's not like nobody's trying to hurt anybody. Yeah, using Aries as the same example, if Aries doesn't like you, if the Aries doesn't like you and you play this game, they're going to be like, oh, you think so, do you? I got your number. And then when the time comes around, they're like, hey, bam, then they give it to you. Aries is a great example for this, I feel, because they're like, they can be your best buddy, they can be your worst enemy. Depending on how, like, if they like you, you can play with them, you can have a good time, you have a good conversation. If they don't like you, be careful, because they'll come back and they'll get you. I'm just saying. And I feel like when you're looking at this energy, you're going into this, you're trying to figure out the rules, like, am I liked enough to actually let go and talk, or am I not liked at this point and I should probably be very careful what I say? Yet, I'm getting another level of Aquarius, kind of like, yeah, but if I hold back too far, people think I'm cold and just uninvested, and they don't like that either. I don't tend to make friends very well if I stay too quiet. People get different ideas about how I am, and that I'm too rigid or that I'm too cold, and they don't like that. So, how am I going to handle this? What is that? Do I have cat hair? I think I have a cat hair in my mouth. I can't get rid of it. This situation you're going into, it's good. I think it actually is good. But they're giving you a warning, because you do have that King of Cups. You can be very loved here. You got to go in very slowly. Less is more. Less is more. You got to build this block by block, block by block. Be careful what you say in the beginning. Put yourself out there slightly, but hold back more than you give. Because you could end up being very well loved here. Because the Ace of Cups is there, but they're saying if you want it, you're going to have to do it the Eight of Pentacles way. Slowly get to know people. Be careful what you say. Be careful what subjects you talk on. Don't talk on a subject unless they open the door. If it's a business thing, obviously you have to talk about what you have to talk about. But like when it comes to more social things or more getting to know you things, let them open the door and find out their level of comfort and stick with that. Don't push the line in this one. Just be very careful. If you give it, it would probably take 3 or 4 months. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, something like that. And I feel like you'll make enough headway to where it'll be a lot more comfortable and it'll be easier for you to kind of work with that. The first month or 2, possibly 3, I feel like it's kind of like I feel like I'm constantly having to police myself on what I say. But they're saying if you want to make long-lasting connections, long-lasting friendships, go into it slowly. Go very slowly the first 2 to 3 months. It'll start opening up enough after that to where I feel like I can breathe a lot better with conversation. And this will be something that'll be very loyal and very good for you, very loving. Even if it's a work conversation, when you make those friends and you know that they're very loyal to you. So when I say loving, I mean loyal, but the same thing. You know what I mean? To me, anyway. Maybe not to you. I feel like once you get that far down, you will have built enough of a base that you can kind of say things and you'll get away with it. It's a gift of Aquarius, and I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. You guys say things that are just out of the box. And sometimes people are like, ugh. And other times people are like, haha. Other times people are like, really? Like, you shake people up. You have a different way of saying things, and there's a multitude of responses you've gotten, probably through your whole life. I'm sure and you guys aren't shy, so if I'm wrong, I know it's going to show up right in the comments. So I'm very confident about saying this, because if I need to learn different, then I need to learn different. You have your way. But I feel like after, especially 3 to 4 months, you can kind of push the envelope after that every now and then and get away with it to where people know who you are and they're like, all right, I didn't like what the Aquarius said, but I know their intentions were not to hurt me. So it's okay. If you wait that long. I feel like you guys are very level-headed too. I think my grandmother was an Aquarius and she was very smart. I just remember her as very smart. She didn't really play that game with us because we were her grandkids. But you knew because she would talk to people and they would just kind of look at her a little sideways once in a while. And then he'd be like, all right, Adelaide, I gotcha. Like, I understand what you're doing. Like, she was very smart, though, so I don't know if that was part of why she got away with it, but she would say stuff once in a while. So I just remember her friends just going, okay. More possibilities, I feel like it works better. Just go into it slowly, let them get to know you, understand who you are, your motivation, that you're not really looking to hurt people, that every now and then you just say things a little different just to see what somebody's going to say. It's part of the intelligence of Aquarius. I feel like it's good. There's also this energy around this. I want to be careful with this. There's somebody else around this situation who's similar but not the same. They're similar but not the same to you. Okay, I'm going to just acknowledge that sometimes justice refers to Libra. I don't think this is talking about a Libra. But I feel like what they're saying is there's another energy around this situation who does something similar to you, but in a backstabbing type of way. That's why you got to be careful. That's why you got to let people get to know you. So they realize that you're not setting them up to stab them in the back later like somebody else. This is not, I don't think this is a Libra, but I feel like what they're saying is the balance here. Somebody else who talks in a similar way to you. So I don't think this is a Libra. Just saying that. So just in case somebody takes that the wrong way. I don't think so. I just think there's somebody already a part of this situation, talks similarly, but does it in a way to stab somebody in the back later. Once people get to know that you're not like this person, that's why they need that a few months to get to know you, 3 to 4 months. Because if it just starts off this way, they're like, oh, you're like that one. Watch your back. You know what I mean? You don't need that. You don't need that. And I feel like it's a misconception. Once they believe that, they might not walk away from it. I think that's what they're warning about, because this 8 of Cups is kind of people don't like dealing with that person. And they're seeing somebody else come in and they're like, oh, I'm an intuitive reader, and that's kind of what I'm feeling with that, with the 8 of Cups. Because the 8 of Cups is usually walking away from something good to go to something better. But I feel like it's kind of we walked away from that because it wasn't that good. Maybe we should walk away from this as well. That's kind of how I'm feeling it for you, just to be fair. When the truth comes out, because people around this situation want to know the truth. When they see the truth of who you are, I feel like that's why I'm seeing the forgiveness card here, kind of they forgive the situation. It makes it easier for them. They don't feel like they have to be on their guard every time you're talking to them. They need a chance to get to know you. I also feel like there's a lot coming in where you're going to be a part of a lot of things where people need to trust you. This is the way to do it. The transformation, it's kind of like you got two versions of this coming in. I feel like this is an either or. If they don't get to know you at first and you just start asking or staying how you are, just there's nothing wrong with who you are, but they just might not be ready for it. I feel like it's kind of like this constant energy with the Five of Cups, kind of like they're always second guessing your motives. They're always second guessing if they can trust you. It just seems like it's always going to be a little bit strained. If you wait and you hold it back and you hold yourself back for the first 2 to 3 months, I feel like you're going to have the Sun card. Even though that's the Queen of Wands, I feel like things just flow so much easier. People want to work with you. People believe in you, and people like I feel like this is going to come around because this person seems like they're still around to me, whoever this is. I feel like they're going to look at you like somebody who can stand up to that and beat that person at their own game. So it's almost like they're kind of like, they kind of want to be around you. They want to work with you. They want to do things with you. And that way, if this energy comes around, they just wait for you to shut that down. Because I feel like your energy is stronger than that one. If somebody tries to play like some underhanded little backstabbing game verbally with you, you're like, I see what you're doing, and no. And I feel like you can also like give other people a heads up, like, oh, no. See, they said that, but this is where that's going. Just don't do that. Or come with me and we'll figure it out and I'll help you fix it. I know they told you this, but they're being nasty to you. Come here, I'll help you do it the right way. I'll show you what was actually supposed to be done. They were technically telling you the right thing, but they were setting you up to fail. And this is what they said. This is what you need to do. Because I feel like you'll debunk things that this person is doing. It goes a lot better, but they need to trust you first before they listen to you, you know? So, is there anything good here? Anything else good? This is like, another thing you're going to be helping with is like, there's something with this person. This person is like, you're going to be dealing with this person, whoever this other person is, it's similar to you. And I feel like you're going to be pushing it right back on them. You're going to like, whatever they're doing, you're going to keep pushing it back on them. Like, you're going to put it right back on them. When they try to play their nasty game and, like, you know, screw people over and stab them in the back, I feel like you're going to keep pushing it back to where they're stabbing themselves in the back. They're screwing themselves over. I feel like you're not going to let them keep screwing other people over. You seem to be policing it over time. Not, like, purposely, like, I'm waiting for it, but just kind of like when you see it, it's going to aggravate you, and you're going to be like, nope, and you're going to push it right back on them. Just so you know, that seems to be coming in. And when that comes in, you become a more locked-in piece of this puzzle here. More security comes in for you. People really start to like you when they first get to trust you. And then when you start pushing this back against this person and you don't let this other person abuse other people, you put it right back on them, you really get a lot of support. You really get a lot of loyalty for that. Because people hate dealing with this person is what I'm getting. So generally, take it with a grain of salt. Anything else? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Thank you for watching and have a great day.